Honourable members, it was not long ago when I gave my inaugural speech in which I shared a very personal story of my son asking me that, "Mama, are you really a member of parliament now?" And the question that he raised was that I don't look like an Australian. That question not only broke my heart, but it was really concerning, not because of his doubt, but because of the reality behind it. A child who's born in Australia, who has been raised here and who's excelling in every dimension in this country, still wonders if his mother belongs here. Still wonders if his face, his skin color, his story counts as an Australian enough. And last week, on the 31st of October, angry voices in our streets screamed the same question: who belongs? Pointing their fingers at migrants, at people like me, at families like mine, and millions of Australians who, in the eyes of just a very few, do not fit the stereotype. And we've heard by some very followed personalities, members of parliament, like Senator Price, as well as people in this chamber leading those rallies, asking the question, and there has been a debate that has come up as if it is a contest that who's been in this country for how many generations, and that makes us more Australians. So I thought I'll share a fun fact with the House today. As per the DNA evidence, and it goes back to not just a few generations, but approximately 141 generations, when the people and the community who were targeted, particularly just because of the numbers of migration in this country, which is my community, the South Asian community or the Indian community in general, whose genes have been integrated in the very first people of this nation. And it's not just one. There's some really good evidences. I would like to table these for all of you guys to have a look, that have been provided by the science and the DNA, that it's approximately 4,000 years back, if you go back, that was migration from India to Australia happened. And some Aboriginal Australians carry up to 11% of their ancestry from those migrants. And this coincided with the arrival of the dingoes and the tools that were just not binding our histories long before the Europeans set foot here. And even further back, the southern route out of Africa saw our South Asian forefathers share deep ancestral roots with the first peoples of this land. So I think we need to stop this debate right here, that who is more Australian and how do we define that? Because if you're looking for evidence, that the evidence is very, very clear.
Yeah.
So when people say you don't look Australian, let us remember that it is not the face or the language or the accent or just a skin color that defines who is Australian. It's the spirit. It's the Australian values which defines us, how much of an Australian we are.